Go. We are live streaming. And yes, we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being here for our next visibility party. You are part of this whole new movement that we've started this year. In just the past few months, we've had over 100 speakers speak on our virtual stage. We've had, I think, around 1,000 new people come into the community. And it's just an exciting thing that was born from my passion, which is helping my community and people I know get more visible and visibility. And at the same time, when you do these kind of events, it's fantastic because just by the nature of supporting others and helping give them a platform and visibility to speak their messages, you also get yourself more visible too. So for me, it's actually increased my visibility quite a bit and has resulted in some interesting things happening in my world this year. So this is something I've actually even talked about potentially teaching, like how to give the whole template on how to run one of these kinds of events or one of these parties. So stay tuned. We'll probably be announcing something around that in the future. And also just to let everyone know that we are going to be announcing a 3-part workshop in July on media mastery. So that'll be coming up soon as well. So I'm very excited to introduce you to our fabulous speakers that we have today. And really, I believe that visibility plus connection plus community is what equals currency, right? Like that's how we all do what we're here to do in the world, how we get our messages out there, our services, our products, our talents, whatever it is we're putting out into the world. And so through events like this, we get to have that really cool, aligned, authentic connection, get to know each other better, and find ways to work together, collaborate, and support each other. So this is truly a heart-centered mission that was born from wanting to support and help my community and the people that I really believe in, and make sure that we introduce you to more people. So I know a lot of our speakers have, given us great feedback on, the people they've met through these events, getting lots of clicks on their links or list growth or, potential new clients, all of that kind of thing, power partners. So good things are to come from today. And so, yes, we're excited everyone's going to give their hot visibility tips. That's my thing, is like keeping my finger on the pulse. I'm very passionate about making sure that we know what's working now when it comes to your visibility and putting yourself out there. And let's see, just a little recap on our speakers, know like what's about to happen, but just so everyone's understanding how this flow works is we're going to have each speaker go for 2 minutes. They get to share a bit about who they are, who they're serving in the world, and then also one hot visibility tip of what's working for them specifically now in their business and in their marketing and online presence. And they're each also allowed to have one ask. So if there's something that you're seeking from your business, you can ask the community for what that is. We just ask that people don't do any direct selling or fundraising, but we will also be sharing a link so that people can either connect with you or collect one of your free gifts. Some of you had free gifts to give. And really, it's great to keep an eye on the chat. That's where a lot of the connection and fire is happening. There's a lot of good vibes going on in the chat. And we also will have a little bit of trivia at the end to see who was paying attention during the party. And then we also have an after party in the Shine Strategy Insiders Facebook group. So you can actually, I think one of the ladies can pop the link in there. If you're not already in our Facebook community, that's where you can head right after the party, because obviously once we close this Zoom room, the chat and everything goes away, but that's where we can have you all staying connected after the event. So with all of that, let's see, we are going to dive in here, but I feel like I want to go back into just gallery view for a second. And I would just want to hear everyone. Let's take everyone off mute. Let's give everyone's voice like a little wahoo or like, yay, we're here, we did it. I want to just bring all of you into the Zoom room here. So feel free to take yourselves off mute and just say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi from Idaho.
Awesome. Yeah, and that's the other cool thing with these parties. If you want to pop in the chat where you're tuning in from, we tend to have very global participants with lots of countries represented. So very, very cool. Okay, so with that, we are going to hop in and get going. And we're going to start today with the lovely Natalie Klun. Hi, Natalie.
Hi.
Great to see you.
Great to see you too. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah. Should I dive right in?
Yeah, you're kicking us off and you'll hear a little ding. Nora has the timer. So at 2 minutes, you'll hear that little ding. We have a little breathing room today. So I'm not going to be such a stickler, but that's about the estimated time that we give you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So I would love to know, share with me in the chat, who here has a business or a service or product that more visibility would help you create more or new sales and business opportunities? So share that with me in the chat. And I'd also like to know how many would like to have a community full of your ideal clients so you can be visible as often as you would like to create those new sales, those new business opportunities without feeling like you always have to be in sales or lead generation mode. So as Heather said, my name is Natalie Klun. I've been in sales for 25 years and I've been a business owner for 18 years. And I help business owners and entrepreneurs build their number one business asset via my service, Community Brand Builder. Now, in my experience, generating new sales, generating new business opportunities, it is often one of the top goals of business owners, but it also can be one of the most challenging things. So considering that there's a lot of noise in today's business climate, it can be challenging to be visible. It can be challenging to stand out. Now, when you build a community brand, this will allow your ideal clients to see themselves in your brand and to self-select to come into your world because your brand speaks directly to who they are and the common bond that you have with them, whether it's a specific goal, whether it's a specific result or challenge that they have, specific values or experiences that you share in common. So when you bring a community of your ideal clients together, the end result is more visibility with the right people. It will position you to provide value and demonstrate how you can help them in your business or with your service. And it gives them the opportunity to self-select to work with you. Now, the bonus is that you will never have to feel like you need to be in sales or lead generation mode ever again, because it is a more natural, organic, and fulfilling process. So that is my visibility tip. I hope you all find it helpful. My ask from the group is that anyone, if you know anyone who wants to build a community brand, to send them my way. I would love to connect with you all, learn more about you. I do spend time here on Facebook and LinkedIn. Send me a friend request, send me a connection request, and I just look forward to getting to know everyone further and what they are up to in the world. And thank you, Heather, for having me.
Thank you so much. And yeah, like I said in the beginning, this community piece is so important. And I just love that that's your specialty. And a little disclaimer that we've worked together. You were in my Shine Online Mastermind. And that I know you have so much brilliance when it comes to building those communities and helping people with their online marketing and really getting that type of exposure in an authentic way. And that's, I think, what really, as we talk about like what's hot and working now, like that is what has happened in the last couple of years is there's been this sort of filtering out of people, really becoming a bit immune to like the old school way of like advertising and promotion. And it really is about that authentic connection and community building. So this is an amazing niche. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing it and your genius with us today. And yes, go ahead with Natalie there we've got her LinkedIn and tune in to see what she's got coming up because it's always wonderful to see what you're doing, Natalie. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, we have next up, Jordyn Davis. Hi, Jordyn.
Hi, Heather. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for having me. I had a feeling I was next, so I was ready.
You're next.
Yay. So, hey, everyone. My name is Jordyn Davis. I probably in the last 10 years have dedicated my life to music as a composer, a performer, an educator, an arts administrator, an activist, and an all-around member of community organizing and being a community builder. I lead my own band, Jordyn Davis and Composetheway, and started that as kind of a notion of allowing myself to take control of my life and encourage others to also take control of their lives and understand that we are the leaders of our own individual paths. And, you know, I don't come from a musical family or anything like that. So jumping into music was something that I did completely on my own. And I offer a lot of performances. I perform all over the world. I have a publishing company called Composetheway Publishing. And I'm a self-published composer and artist in notated music, classical jazz, pretty much any genre of music, really, I've worked in. And I also do like a lot of education and educational consulting services to communities and individuals globally. And really, it's kind of my joy to work with people who respect and are aligned with my personal and professional artistic values and are in service of collaboration, creation, education, and as well as preserving and uplifting marginalized voices and stories, including my own as a queer Black woman. You know, there are not very many historical figures that I've had to look up to, and I'm kind of creating my own individual trailblazing path. So I look to continue to do that in my own practice and also give the next generation of folks the opportunity to have a platform for their artistic practices and their voices and to share their stories and continue to make art and be people and be happy and make community. So I think one of the things that I've been doing that has been effective for my practice is just being myself and only allowing folks in who have good energy and are aligned with the mission of self-preservation and self-love and community. And I would just ask that folks tap into what I have going on. I have some new music and stuff coming out, but also just joining the Composetheway family and Composetheway community. So thank you so much, Heather, and thanks everybody for listening.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jordyn, for coming out today. And Jordyn, just fun fact from your bio here, you became the first African-American woman to receive a bachelor's degree in music composition from Michigan State University. So kudos to you. You've had some wonderful accomplishments. And yes, your single is coming out. So go ahead, connect with Jordyn at Instagram right there, and you can check out the incredible music that is being made by Jordyn and Composetheway. So beautiful. Thank you, Jordyn. We appreciate you being here today. And yes, what's the name of your TEDx talk too, if anyone wants to search for that?
Oh, yes. My TEDx talk is actually entitled Composing Your Way. And I was also going to mention like one of my pieces, and there's an interview that was recently featured on PBS, kind of talking about all these different things and the birth of Composetheway and me finding my own individual voice as well. So thank you for reminding me, Heather.
Of course. So yeah, another disclaimer, Jordyn is in my Shine Online Mastermind. So when you come to these events, you meet a lot of my clients and former clients because of course, this is their focus is working on their visibility and getting out there in a big way. So you are rocking it. I'm excited for you to do this push you're doing with your single coming up. So we'll keep supporting you on that as well. Awesome. Thank you, Jordyn. Okay, we have next up, Christine Britto. Welcome.
There we go. I'm unmuted. Yay! I'm in my vocal booth cave today.
I love it. We're getting to see you in action.
I wanted to give people a sense of ambiance of what my everyday world looks like.
Beautiful.
So I am a communications expert, and I'd like to start off by saying, according to Forbes, poor communication with clients can have negative consequences, including loss of business. And that's where my specialty comes in. I've been doing voiceover, gosh, for so many years now. And my everyday job is to voice a script and get the client's message across. And I work on a global scales with clients from all over the world. And I offer proofreading services. And whenever I get a script, to come in, I usually like to kind of get a sense of what the client is asking for. Do you want sort of a conversational read? Do you want something that's a little bit more theatrical? Once I get into the mind of the client and I understand the type of clients they're trying to attract, then I can help them proofread and sort of rewrite and tweak their script to make sure that they have a really good, powerful voiceover at the end of the day. So that's my main specialty, my passion. I help others start a voiceover career. I have a dear friend of mine now who said, Christine, how do you get into voiceover? What do I do? I don't have equipment. What do I do? So we've been working together for about a year. He has equipment and everything. And the one area that was his weakness was communication. And that's where I came in. And I said, okay, well, what's going on? And he says, well, this is kind of a hobby, but I want it to be a business. I want to make money and, pay bills. So I said, okay. So we kind of dissected his business model, and his area of weakness was poor communication, and direct marketing emails scared him. And so I said, okay, direct marketing is where it's at. So let's figure out who you are, your authentic self. Let's get that message in an email and let's start building a community. And so his templates have changed. His wording has changed in his direct marketing emails. His business has grown exponentially and he is on his way to making 6 figures. I'm so excited for him. I helped another friend of mine just with a regular job interview. She said, Christine, I know you have a nursing background. I'm trying to get this medical insurance job and I've applied to so many jobs and either I don't get the job offer or I get a job offer with a low pay. I'm worth more. And I said, girlfriend, yeah, you are. So we worked on her resume. We worked on her cover letter. We did mock interview questions, salary negotiation. I know when salary comes up, that's a tricky one. She landed a job. I won't say where, but it's a very prolific company. And she was able to land herself $18,000 more than she would have if she had just said, oh yeah, sure, I'll just take it, pay me whatever you want. Yeah. So that's what comes under my umbrella. I love what I do, especially the area of voiceover. And I would say my one visibility tip is consistent action. Every day, be consistent, take an action. For me, it's direct marketing. I send 5 emails every single day, consistently, whether I have the flu or not, it's going out. And also who you surround yourself with. Be careful of your tribe. Surround yourself by people that make you feel good, that empower you, that uplift you. Those are your people. Super, super helpful. And then my one ask is follow me on Instagram. We can chat there. We can talk about whatever questions you have. I'd love to know more about all of you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for having me here, Heather. It's been great.
Oh, fantastic job. I just love your energy. Christy is also someone new that has come into my Shine Online community and is just rocking it. And I love that. Yeah, the consistency is such an important piece. And truly the voice, that is, I love that that's your niche. It's such a specialty and like rare area of expertise. I mean, when people think of their branding, their marketing, their PR, all of the things, we're often thinking of visual video, right? But the voice, the audio, like that is such an important piece. There's a whole layer there that people, connect to when it's just the voice. So wonderful. You have awesome expertise and energy. We're just happy you were able to make it today. So thank you. Thank you, Christine. And we will see you in class. Wonderful. Okay. We have next up Elda Lopez. Hi, Elda. Welcome.
Hi, Heather. How are you? Thanks for having me.
So good.
I'm Elda Lopez. I'm the author of The Infidelity Factor Points to Ponder Before You Cheat. I address infidelity prevention and healthy relationship building by promoting self-awareness, personal accountability, education, and growth. And that can be used across the board, family relationships, friends, business, or just in day-to-day interactions. My desire to write the book came about when a certain California governor had an affair, had a child from that affair, and I just became annoyed that infidelity was becoming normalized on all levels. So I, put my fingers to the keyboard and wrote down my thoughts. I've also been the betrayed wife and the other woman, and I've learned highly valuable lessons that I want to share, like I need to share. As we know, infidelity can incite all types of intense emotions: pain, fury, resentment, anguish, and various types of chaos, revenge, abuse, financial ruin, family disintegration, and even death. It's not one size fits all. We each have our unique backstories that contribute to the way we engage in relationships. And that's why it's so vital to get healthy individually. By recognizing deal breakers, non-negotiables, red flags, and unproductive behavior, it's easier to move towards a positive, secure partnership. So I promote that, highly promote that. And as we know, though, infidelity is evergreen, for good or bad, which allows me to push my agenda of prevention and the benefits of healthy relationships, especially one with yourself. So know thyself. It only gets better from there. And let's each do our part, take responsibility, and be a part of the change up. So my visibility tip is, for me, what's worked is just interacting with people, just having casual conversations. And if the information being shared lends itself to relatable info, then I talk. I'm always amazed at how many people are willing to share their stories. It helps them, it helps me, and it's just, a communication of two minds, which is great all the way around. My ask from everyone is, I'm embarking on relationship coaching for men. For some reason, I really resonate with men, and there's no ulterior motives involved, but they always open up to me, which I find interesting and a little puzzling, but I'm going with it, the natural flow of things. So if you know of anyone, any man who needs guidance in this area, please send them to eldamlopez.com and they can get a hold of me from there. And that's it. Thanks.
Wonderful. And yeah, that's such a great example, Elda. Also, another one of my beautiful Shine Online people here. In terms of like leaning into and knowing where you're being called, like I always say, your audience will take you where you need to go. So Elda is a great example of that, where just the men keep showing up and asking for the help. And that's now she's creating offerings, marketable offerings that are geared towards, that segment, that demographic. So excellent example of how this stuff works, Elda. Thank you for shining your light today and being here to share your wisdom with us.
Thank you.
We will see you in class too. Awesome. Thank you, Elda. Okay, we have next up, Jay Dubois. Hi, Jay. Welcome.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Heather. Thank you for having me. First, I want to share a little story. When I was 1 or 2 years old, I was this cute little tow-headed boy, and my parents would take me around, and total strangers would come up to them and say hi to me and tell them how great they think I was. And they'd be like, who is this? I don't even know. This is what I was like when I was very small. And then when I grew older, I had, my parents got divorced. There was sexual abuse, trauma in my life. And so I became very introverted. And that's how I was most of my life. And so I'm really happy to return to this little tow-headed boy here today. So what I do is I'm a spiritual archaeologist. In my research for my PhD, I uncovered a lot of wisdom and knowledge about plants and healing in the ancient past. And then I also have a healing practice. And so I connect people with their vision. I help them. I use my trauma and my experience of healing my own trauma to help other people heal theirs. Unblocking myself has helped me unblock other people's trauma. I sort of help them excavate within themselves and uncover their inner shine. And one of the things, as far as my visibility tip, I don't have a lot, but something that I find really helpful is Reels on Instagram get 5 to 10 times more response in my experience than just posting. And my ask is email me and I will send you a link to a meditation that I have for generating your own self-love. It's about an 8-minute meditation, something I developed with my men's group. And it's been really effective for us, and I hope it will be for you too.
Awesome. Thank you, Jay. And I think we have your Instagram link in here. Can they DM you on Instagram to get that link?
They can, and I'll just put my my email address right here. Email me directly, but either way is fine.
That's right. I knew you had a free gift you wanted to give. So yeah, if you want Jay's gift, go ahead, contact him either on Instagram or his email. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. And yeah, we're working on it. I know that's like a big mission for you right now with your working on your online presence, your marketable offerings, and your visibility and getting out there. So you're doing it. And every time you're showing up to something like this, it's just another feather in your cap. So kudos to you. Thanks for being here today. Awesome. Okay. We have, let's see, next up, I think Holly, is going to go last. So let's go to Jacquelyn Leonard. Here we are. Hello, hello.
Hi, thank you so much, Heather. I am Jacquelyn Leonard. I go by Jacquelyn Lynn all the time, and I'm excited to be here because my platform is for moms, and so you'll hear my little one over here, one of them making some noise right now. But I speak to moms to help them realize that they are more than just a mom, and I work with leaders as well to teach them that when you are a leader, you have to make sure that your health can keep up with your purpose. And so I'm a productivity and wellness coach where if you're going to win the day and get things done, you also need to be healthy enough to actually do the things that you have to do. And so I work with women in a coaching platform, and I speak to women across the country on how to be productive, how to win the day. I do that by sharing my book, Before the Sun Rises. And that book just talks about my life as a mom before my kids get up, before the day starts, before the sun comes up, and before you expire. Like, are you really doing what you have to do to live your best life? And so I am excited to help more women to identify themselves with who they truly are. I help them to be reconnected with the woman they were created to be versus the woman that they feel like they're stuck as. Sometimes we get into mommy mode and we forget who we are. And so I love just really helping women to step out of that comfort zone and be more than they're supposed to be. And so I do that in one of my groups called More Than Just a Mom. And you'll always catch me posting tips on Instagram and LinkedIn to help moms, especially who are in business or who desire to be in business, to step up and be the woman they were created to be. We often have so many things on the inside of us that we don't let out because someone hasn't really given us the permission. And so I'm given permission to be who you're supposed to be, to get healthy enough to live out your purpose, and to truly step into your God-given gifts and talents and bless the people around you. So my one ask is that you follow me on Instagram and keep up with all my productivity tips for moms and for leaders. And what was the other question? I'm sorry. And I have a free online community called More Than Just a Mom. So it's for women who need to know that they're more than just a mom. And even if you're not a mom and you're a woman, we still invite you to the group because you get to be in a community of women who are strong and building one another up to be the best version of themselves. Thank you.
Beautiful. And you are the walking embodiment of the mom that's doing all the things and just rocking it. So we know that you've got a lot going on over there. Thank you for being here, taking some time today to share your genius zone with us. And yeah, we've got your online community here. There's a link in the chat for any of you that want to hop on over there and jump in. And yeah, we're just so happy I know you've been to some of our other live events. It's great to see you again and have you in the community. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, we have, next up, we have Florence Gaia. Flo. You go by, is it Flo? Do you prefer to be called?
Yes, I'm Flo Gaia here at Wild Spirit Retreat, Durango, Colorado. And Heather, I want to thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity to get my voice out there in a new way as I am relaunching my holistic healing practice of transformational breath work and shamanic work. But what I'm going to talk about today is a little bit different in that vein, though. As a psychiatric and holistic nurse for decades, I have seen how the problem of negative self-talk plagues my patients and my clients, ordinary people like you and this Jersey girl, and what a problem it becomes in life. The voice of the inner critic sometimes turns into a harsh prosecutor that belittles and finds fault and tells people you're just not good enough. And this inner conflict that people have causes so much pain that they often turn to alcohol, overwork, endless TV just to dull the pain. I wrestled with my inner prosecutor, and I learned, and I teach my clients now 3 steps to transform it into your defender. The first step is to identify it by listening to how you talk to yourself. The second step is to interrupt it with one word: stop. Stop the savage lies, the bad messages, the old stories. The third step is to intervene and say to the inner prosecutor, what you're saying is hurtful, it's harmful, abusive, it's a lie. I want you to go as my defender and support me. So you're giving the inner prosecutor a positive task and role to be your defender and support you. And when that happens, people start to live in harmony with themselves, and they can step forth into their lives with a sense of deeper self-love and purpose and self-care. I increase my visibility by giving good support and good counsel when people share their real life issues on Facebook groups. And I include a link to my Facebook group, and often people like what I have to say and they join my group. So it increases my visibility in that way. I'm looking for speaking opportunities on this empowerment, on this transformational process and other empowerment issues. And you can find more about my work on my website, which I'll put in the chat, which is www.wildspiritretreat.com, and that's wild with an E. So again, thank you so much for this opportunity to get my voice out there.
Congratulations and thank you. That's so wonderful that you're doing some revamping and relaunching with your brand. And I loved that, the inner prosecutor becoming the defender. That's brilliant. I think we all can relate to that inner prosecutor on a regular basis. We're often our own toughest critics when it comes to life and what we're doing in the world. So thank you for that perspective, Flo. That was beautiful. And we're just happy to have you here in the community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, next up we have Heather Nardi. Welcome, Heather. 2 Heathers.
Thank you for having me. Yes, I'm Heather Nardi, the founder of Empath Mama, which is a community for moms that are highly sensitive person or empaths. And we provide loving guidance and support through workshops, group programs, one-on-one coaching, retreats, all those wonderful things. We have a Facebook group so that they can be living a healthy life. And a lot of times, if we're a highly sensitive mom, our children are as well. So that's kind of why I started this community, because I am a highly sensitive mom raising a 22-year-old, or now she's 22. So I'm guiding her through life as a sensitive person. And that brings me to my book. I just released a book called The Sensitive Ones in April 12th. And that's about our family's journey, because originally we thought she had mental illness. And we went through the mental illness system from the age of 8 to 14, and then discovering she's really a highly sensitive person. So I just speak about that. And really what I want to say about my tip was I reached out to people for my book endorsement, people that seemed high reaching, and message them being authentic and from the heart, just reaching out to those I admire or people in my space. And, I got some no's, but I got some yeses of people that did endorse my book. And then we collaborated on some different things as well. I had someone that couldn't take time to endorse the book, but she offered me to go on her podcast. And so really, I think sometimes fear will stop us from reaching out to those who we think are maybe higher level than us, but really they're just the same as us. So don't have that stop you. And I really learned that. And that can be with anything, not just book endorsements, with anything in life, really. We're all equal. Someone might seem higher level than you, but we're all people and we're all equal. So don't be afraid to reach out. And when you show up authentically, like we're saying, people are going to respond. So that's my tip for you. I had someone reach out to me on Instagram and they were like, Heather, I can't believe you responded to me. And I'm like, of course I did, I don't know who they thought I was, but so when we do show up and be our authentic selves, that goes along with my tip. But what I would like to ask is anyone that would like to connect or collaborate that's in the space of a holistic health or mental health or highly sensitive person or empath, I would love to connect. So I can either put my email or Instagram, whatever, down into the chat. And then my final thing too is you can find me really anywhere. It's Empath Mama. That's what I go by. My branding is all that. So it's pretty easy to find. So yeah, that's about it. So thank you, Heather.
Wonderful. Thank you. And we have your free gift is a chapter 2, your book, The Sensitive.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's in the link in the chat there, if anybody wants to grab that. I see it looks like you're getting some notes in here. From
Yeah.
So I would say that's such an important thing, because I will say in our community too, as being such a heart-centered, purpose-driven community, we have a lot of highly sensitive, empathic, intuitive people in the community. So you're definitely in the right place to connect like-hearted, like-minded type people. And I would say also for any of you who are really looking to connect with more people in your field, like we've had, like I said, 100 speakers already, and all those parties are up either in the Facebook group, the business page, or my YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and watch, it's just, an hour per party. You can see the other experts that we've had and other people that, I'm just thinking, especially our last party that we had, there were probably at least 4 or 5 people speakers from that party that would be great for you to connect with.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for
having me. Yeah.
Happy to have you here. Beautiful. Okay. We have next up, Kimberly Self. Welcome, Kimberly. Oh, I think we've got you on mute.
Am I here now?
There we go. Now we hear you.
Okay, great. I was just writing down some notes of people, their contact information to connect with. So this is great. And Heather, thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. I'm very excited to be here. Hi, everyone. My name is Kimberly Self. I am an integrative nutritionist. I have a master's degree in natural medicine and certification in holistic nutrition. I am the owner of Progressive Health and Wellness, which is a completely virtual practice where my team and I help men and women find answers and solutions to chronic and nagging health conditions. So everything from digestive and mental health to autoimmunity, fibromyalgia, and everything in between. And we fully believe that we really love working with high achievers, because we really believe that health is the vehicle to living an inspired life, and that it's very difficult to be the best version of yourself if you physically, mentally, or emotionally feel crappy. So that's where we're really passionate about, not only helping people resolve or reduce their symptoms, but really be the best version of themselves so that they're no longer feeling like they're just getting by every day, struggling and going through the motions, but are really showing up and living the life and being the person that they know they can be. So my number one visibility tip is I've had a lot of really great success with starting a Facebook group and going live in that Facebook group once a week. I have found, especially with health, which is such a personal topic, I've found that it's a great way to build trust with people in a non-salesy way. So connect and build trust with people. So that would be my number one tip, is to start a Facebook group. And then my ask is to join my Facebook group. So anybody, but seriously, anybody that's in a similar field, or if you yourself are struggling with health issues, please join the group. It's a great place to connect with other people too.
Wonderful. And I will plus one to that as well. And that's why we have a lot of the connection continue from here afterwards in Facebook, where our after party will be, because that's really where you can have a community and that authentic connection that we've been talking about today. So awesome that you have had success with your group. I think we have had a couple people talk about that today. And your link is right in there in the chat for people to join you over there. And so I'm loving just a lot of the consistency and the things we're hearing today as well, right? It comes down to community, the authenticity, the consistency, all of these things. So thank you so much, Kimsey, for being here and sharing your gifts with us today. Beautiful to meet you. Thank you. Okay, we have one more speaker today, the lovely Holly. Holly Rose Holland. Is she here? Yep, here she is. Hi, Holly. Great to see you.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me, Heather. And it's great to see everyone. I'm Holly Holland. I'm an author. I've been in 3 books, with another one releasing soon. My personal situation of my husband dying from pancreatic cancer led me to write my first book. And it also led me to become a grief and transitional coach. I help people stuck in grief and loss to move through the grieving process and discover there is life after loss. I help them discover their inner strengths and experience the beauty of life, embracing fond memories. My visibility tip is one that is in somewhat of a new area. It's around the metaverse. Almost 2 years ago, I met some people that were working in virtual reality. Now, it was something I was very curious about, and I began exploring. And last fall, I was introduced to the way that you can implement it in a virtual commerce, business, and education angle. And basically, any business could utilize that sort of technology. It's something that we're already just kind of getting started in. There's so much to learn. I realize there's so many ways that we could help people through the metaverse. I guess one of the biggest surprises for me as an author was how much marketing you need to do of yourself. And that probably wasn't in my comfort zone, I'm just saying. But, we're always looking for these different ways. And like the audience, of course, it's new, it's worldwide. There's so many opportunities available. The options in the metaverse are limited only by your imagination. So there's more personal connection is achieved through avatars, and it's immersive. So that helps you feel more connected. It's almost like you're sitting right beside the person. And with immersive education, when it's an immersive opportunity, you learn more and you also retain the information longer. So that was a really big part of the company. and what they wanted to do. And of course, the socialization that we've missed these last couple of years. You can be doing all your business and do it faster. And so just access to so many opportunities. So my ask is to visit my website to join my newsletter, to keep up to date on all these areas, the writing, the coaching, and the virtual reality. I'm available to help people if they're interested in finding out how to get involved with the metaverse. When I saw my first demonstration, that's what you really need to do. You need to actually have one, because once you get in there and see what it's really like, I actually had a lot of trouble sleeping. It just was so, it activated so many ideas. I thought, like, I've got to get those written down. How am I going to get started on them? Which one should I do first? So it was very exciting. There's things like a lot of areas around like data security. When you're certifying people in, say, in courses, you need to, one thing about it, there's like all these things can be issued on the blockchain. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't know a lot about that part. I am learning so much about this, about the security of the data. But it can be authenticated on the blockchain. And one thing, when it's registered on there, it can't be changed. Something that's on the blockchain, if you need to do an edit, you need to you can change it, but then you have to post it as a new, you register it as a new item. So it's very secure. And I know that I'm over now, and I kind of went in different order, but anyway, thank you so much, Heather, for having me.
Oh my gosh. Well, you are just so awesome, Holly. I love that you brought the kind of virtual things that are happening in the world, in the business and online and marketing spaces, which metaverse obviously being a huge one. I have a friend who's hooked on Decentraland, and these are truly whole other worlds where we can tap into for connection. You can have your products and services in these places and be offering them to people as avatars. So it's definitely a whole new world that we're in. So I love that you brought that into the space for people to be thinking about, like, what is this next chapter and what it's going to look like when it comes to marketing. So thank you, Holly. So great to see you always.
Yeah, you too.
Wonderful. Okay, everyone. So our power hour, we did it. We've been really good at keeping to the hour that we promised for this networking and experience. And let's see. So, okay, we're going to do a couple quick trivia questions with prizes. And then we're also going to have the link again for to go over to the after party. So, okay, let me look at some of my notes here. And so basically you're just going to put the name of the person that you think it is in the chat. So the first person that gets it right will win the prize. Anyone who's my client or has been a client, you already have this, so you can play, but we'll just pick the winner, the next person after you, if you name it first, because it's something you already have. So the prize is my visibility accelerator. And okay, so we have, let's see, what's a good trivia question here? Oh, this is a good one. Okay, who believes in consistent action and sends 5 emails every day? Go ahead and pop it in the chat if you have it. Let's see. Oh, it is Christine, and it looks like Heather Nardi got it first. So congratulations, Heather. You get the visibility accelerator. Awesome. Okay. And kudos to all the others who also guessed it right. And let's see. What's another good one here? Who was sharing with us about the inner prosecutor? I see, a bunch came through. Kimsey got it, I think there. Flo. Congratulations, Kimsey. Flo is correct. Okay. And let's do another one. Okay. Who here today that you heard speak helps people with grief and loss?
Oh gosh. Who the heck was that?
Who helps with grief and loss? Let's see. It looks like Jordyn got it, but Jordyn and Natalie, you guys, and Christine, you guys already have the thing. And Robin, we have a Robin here. Robin, I don't think is a current client. So it looks like Robin will get the prize. Great job. Awesome. Okay, everyone. So feel free to hop on over to the Shine Strategy Insiders Facebook group. We have a post. It's not a video or anything. It's just a post there. We'll also tag you into that so you can stay connected within the community. And I think as speakers, you all also got my Visibility 30 challenge. So that's a fantastic way for anyone here who is wanting to continue to work on their own visibility to just go through those prompts, 5 to 10 minute action items every day for 30 days. And within 30, you're going to see a big shift in your trajectory of your visibility. So let's come back to gallery view here, and let's take everyone off mute and just give a nice wahoo or a yay. So great seeing all of you. We'll see you next time.
Off to my drum lessons.